Okay, so I got this keto skillet finished. It takes like 15-20 minutes to put together and cook. I wanted to do this over the open fire tonight, but we have a little bit of issue on the homestead, so I wasn't able to go out to the off-grid property yet, and it's dinner time. Brandy and the girls are not here tonight, so I just made this. This is probably for 3 people could probably eat this. I'm not gonna eat all of it. I'm gonna eat some of it, but this is enough. What I showed you guys in the video to feed it probably at least 2, maybe 3 people, depending on how hungry you guys are. But it's a very simple recipe. I've had several requests to make a keto dish, and this is one of my go-to ones when I was doing keto because it's so easy. I like it even if we're not doing keto. And I do have another version of it where I use potatoes and some other things in it that maybe I'll make some other time over the campfire. I was wanting to do that tonight, but we have some issues here on the homestead. I'll probably be discussing that on Keeping It Dutch page, so you guys can stay tuned for that. Right now I want to do a cooking video for you guys. This is going on Wednesday. I told you I was going to try to get a cooking video out on Wednesdays and Sundays if possible. This will be out on Wednesday, so you guys watching this is Wednesday. But I'm going to wait when Brandy gets home. We're going to do a little bit of talking for you guys. So this will be the end of the cooking video. I'll show you guys taste testing it here in a minute. It's got to cool down for a minute. But stay tuned, and me and Brandy, hopefully, if she gets home in time, we'll discuss some stuff with the off-grid property and some other things. And if not, we'll talk about the options that we've had for living buildings or whatever you want to call it for the off-grid property. So if she gets back in time, we'll discuss it. If not, I might just sit down and discuss it so I can wrap this video up for you guys. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video of the cooking. It's just a Polish sausage. It's actually all beef, some bell peppers, some onions, some bacon. That's pretty much all what's in onions. Simple, 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 very easy to do, and it's keto friendly. So leave me some comments down below if you guys like to see some more easy, quick recipes like this, and I'll do them. But I'm gonna taste test it, and I'll see you guys back here in a little bit. Just chit chat with y'all. I'm telling you, these are one of my favorite dishes to make. These little skillets. Hot. Hot, but very, very good. So I'll see you guys here back in a little bit. Hope you guys enjoyed today's recipe. It's not really called anything but keto skillet. See you back here in a minute. You sit on my lap or what?
Scoot over.
Jeez.
I already have my chair here.
I can't scoot over anymore. Oh yeah, Brandy's asking about these awesome bowls. Film. Oh, here that
I
is.
thought that was like a dip bowl.
You haven't dropped it. This will break your foot. It's completely cast iron.
I thought it was like a dip bowl.
I got these to go with that big pot I got. That's
soup thing.
Yeah, it'd be awesome.
2 of them? We want 5?
I can't afford 5 of them. 2 is all I could get. Okay, so hey, we got Brandy with us now. I told you guys earlier if she got back. They went to a wedding. How was that? Very nice.
Good.
They went to a wedding. I wasn't able to make it, but she's back now. So we're gonna talk about the pros and cons. We're not picking which one that we've decided on. We really haven't decided yet. We haven't even got really a chance to talk about it. We've just been busy. But anyways, what's the first one we looked at?
Camper.
No. Me and Hadley looked.
Oh, I didn't.
It was Hadley, wasn't it? Yeah, me and Hadley looked at the barn.
I didn't look at it.
Okay, we'll start with the camper since that's what you said. So what's the pros? What do you think the pros and cons are with a camper?
Pros, it's ready. That's probably it. You can use it later.
I agree with that.
Cons, price, and size.
Yeah, I agree with that too.
Oh.
Okay, so then we went and looked at. I took her that same day. We went and looked at the barn, the 30 by 30. Not really
It's
that.
blind to me.
Huh?
That's blinding.
I got a light on because it's dark if I don't put this on. You want your sunglasses?
That's blinding me.
Oh, why? I can't believe you got your sunglasses on here. The sun's shining. But anyways, so we looked at the 30 by 30. It's called the carport, and then the barn. It was like 1,000 square feet. I can't remember exactly the dimensions of it. I personally like the barn. I think that's pretty cool. Do you think it's pretty cool? It's not even shining at you.
It is literally blinding.
How's that blind? She's got the most sensitive eyes I've ever heard of. Is that better?
Yes.
Like literally, the light's not even on the face, like pointing up the ceiling. I can't see nothing.
It was blinding.
Okay, so I don't even know. Hey, so the barn. Let me do the pros and cons of that one, since you got to do the trailer one, and you see if you agree with me. So I would say the pros to the barn would be
either of those.
The big one.
Oh, okay.
The pros to the big barn, looks like a barn, is you could it's you could actually have storage inside there if you wanted to, out of that one bay.
As you're living in it.
Yeah, or you can have the whole thing be a living space. They could put it up probably within 1 day, I'm guessing, 2 at the most. And the reason I say 2 at the most because our pole barn, it's actually a pole barn. It took them 2.5 days. Remember that? Like super fast. So I'm gonna say you probably get that up in a day, 2 tops. So that would be a good pro to that. I think once you got it up and did everything, it would hold its value. Unlike the travel trailer, pretty much the travel trailer, once you buy it, it starts losing value, and you better keep them underneath the shelter, or it's gonna start rotting. And you can reuse the barn. Like say, the thing with the pole barn that we got now, that was our whole purpose, is to reuse it for a barn. But it almost comes to the point where it's so nice in there. I mean, it's not like super nice, but like you don't really want to put the animals in there. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
But so that would be the pros of that. You could repurpose that. The cons would be, I don't really know what the cons would be on that.
It doesn't have a floor. You would have to
We have to put concrete in there.
Yeah, but so that's, even if it goes up in 2 days, that's just, you can't live in it. You have to do.
Well, no, and the thing with the options that we're picking, it's not going to be an overnight move. And we're trying to do this debt free. We are going to do it debt free. So that's the whole purpose. So if it takes us 3 months to get moved out there, then it takes us 3 months. If it takes us 5 months, I mean, it just depends. We don't know. We're doing this debt free. But once we get out there and sell the house, that frees up it pays off the debt. So then we can do more quicker, if that makes sense. So yeah, the guys, what you said the cons would be, it doesn't have a floor.
Well, I'm saying, as opposed to other options that's another step that is just, you have to do that part.
Okay, so that's the major con on that? Because it's just going to be temporary living, you know what I mean? We're not going to live there forever. So it's not a forever home.
Yeah.
Okay, so now you get to do the containers.
Oh, okay.
I actually like the container idea. I really do.
They're not very aesthetically pleasing.
So is this the con? Do you do it first?
Yes.
You do the cons and I'll do the pros.
I don't know. I haven't researched them, but just reading comments and stuff and some of the videos I've watched of other people, there's issues with like rust and stuff. I don't know, I guess if you do anything to the metal part of it, you would have to worry about that.
It's going to be a lot more work cutting the metal, more time consuming. The cons, that's the cons. Of the pros to that, and there's probably a lot bigger list, but it's kind of just doing the rundown, what pops into our head. The pros to it, it would be very, very sturdy. Like it would be a good shelter. You know what I mean? Like if you put
above ground even.
Yeah, for sure. So we have to minimum put 2 8x40s. That would be minimum. That'd be 16 by 40. Really, honestly, like 3 of them would be, and they're a little more expensive, I guess.
You get the newer, nicer looking ones.
Yeah, because you got to do more stuff to them too. Like you got to put them up on, you either put them on a slab or you need to put them on pillars. I mean, there's things you got to do to them. You just can't throw out there and park them on the dirt and actually live in them. So I think that would be, it'd be bigger headache, cost more, and it just wouldn't be. I don't know. Does it really fit what we want to do right now? In the future, though, I would love to have one for like a root cellar or shelter, like we talked about. So, okay. So now, what's that leave with?
Yurt.
The yurt. It's kind of like the trailer. You could throw them up pretty quick, and you could be living in there pretty quick. I mean, but it is a tent. So
well, that's okay. So people were talking about, I saw, and it's kind of like with the camper or the yurt, of like a tree falls on you, like as far as protection. But I feel like that could be any day, something like that could happen. But for the biggest risk, it would be like storm season. Well, we're not gonna live there. We're not staying out there if it's like
storming
May and there's tornadoes. Like we would already have an underground shelter anyway, so it wouldn't be, no matter what you're living in, if you're above ground and there's tornadoes, then you're going to be in danger. Yeah. Even in like this house. So I feel like if we were out there and it was storm season, we would be having a second option of where you go outside of the yurt, unless it was just like a freak accident, which that could just happen.
Well, like I said,
anyway.
I said in the video, if we are to pick the yurt, I would clear a huge spot just so the trees couldn't fall on it.
Yeah, but like I said, what if you're just camping someday? Like
Yeah, just that over there. Yeah,
those freak things can happen any day.
Yeah, for sure. So the cons would be it's not. I wouldn't say it's the safest thing to live in. It's more like a tent style.
Mm-hmm.
People do live in them. I mean, that's their choice. And what's another con to it? Like this? It's how open it is.
Well,
you have
for
to
the
get a really
size,
big one.
the price is they're not cheap. If you
No.
don't get the small one or like a used one, like the ones we were looking at, it was like $40,000 just for the yurt itself, wasn't it? Like the size.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, like 30 to 40.
35,000 or something like that.
Yeah.
Travel trailer was 25 because travel trailer was $10,000
Yeah,
more.
but the 25 was smaller than
I
what
thought
we
it was-
would probably need.
Was it?
I mean, like $25,000. That's not cheap for just a shell.
No, not especially.
It's not like it came with the floor, like the
Yeah, you have to put the
platform and
decking
the
down.
beds and that would just be just the tent.
Yeah, it's work for sure. Pros to me, I like the idea. I like the way they look. I think if you got a big enough one, you put walls in it, just like people have been leaving comments on. Go check out this person. I already watched all these people they're leaving comments on, so I'm familiar with it. So I know it's very possible to do. But then it's almost like I'd rather put my money into that barn. And
Yeah,
have the
because
concrete. It'd be cheaper.
You can't have like goats having babies in it or something
no, that's just
later.
gonna be like a little-
it would just be sell it or have it different part of our property. Like if people came to
Little
visit,
camping or
yeah, you
hunt deer
couldn't
hunting.
reuse it for like homesteading purposes.
No, not at all. Okay, then so that's I mean,
But then you said the pole barn.
the pole barn. You tell me what you think the pros and cons are to that. Because we actually lived in a. If you don't know, if you're new with this, we lived in a pole barn for 5 years.
Well,
before we
I
built
would
this
say,
place.
I think like the barn you're calling it that Hadley likes, that and a pole barn are comparable as far as like what they look like from the
Yeah.
outside. But I'm picturing the barn kind. If there was some change in plans that you could move, a pole barn is not going anywhere.
You move what? The
Like
other one?
The other one
Yeah,
that
you probably
Hadley liked.
you could take unbolt
I
those
guess you
stuff.
could do some
If you
kind
really
of
wanted to,
different,
yeah.
but like a pole barn, once it's there, like it's not going anywhere.
See, like
so that
the-
would be a con, I guess. Like
What's the pros?
the pros is you can use it for any. I mean, do people like you would use if it had the concrete floor? You could have animals on
Oh,
it.
for
You would
sure,
just
yeah.
put bedding and stuff on
Yeah.
top of it.
And I'm necessarily not looking at using it for animals. I like the idea
Or
of having it
like-
for an office
Or the tractors or
Well, yeah, I mean you could, but what I'm saying is, if say we did the pole barn, we don't have to have the mindset that we have to be able to use it for something else. It could always be just that spot
or storage.
If family come over, not living there like we got going on now, good grub. No, he actually moved out. I think he put a video on that. But anyways, plenty of storage. If your mom and dad wanted to come hang out for the weekend for some reason and stay the night, they could. Your brother comes in. I got family from Arizona and California. If they come in, I mean,
Florida.
If the girls, when they get old enough, like hey, we want to stay in there. I mean,
They say they're living with us forever.
yeah,
So,
they can live in that. So I don't necessarily have to
so
look
you're
at
not
it.
thinking of repurposing.
Not
it.
necessarily. No, that won't deter my decision either way.
Well, no, I'm saying.
Does that,
it could
does that
be.
make sense though?
Yeah.
Like that's not gonna deter you. Well, I can't use this for goats. Like it doesn't matter.
Well, then that question, would you build it differently? Because how we build ours, it has garage doors for those purposes.
Well, when we built that,
And you don't have to have garage doors.
no, when we built that, it was whole purpose was to take that wall down and we could use it not necessarily for
As a
animals,
garage.
but for a garage for.
But I'm saying,
tractor.
would another pole barn just be just the shell, or would you put at least one garage door
No,
in case?
I wouldn't put a garage door in.
Then it wouldn't be anything for that.
No, but you can always go back and put one in. It's like, oh, hey,
Yeah.
let's put one in. It's not a big deal. The
But I guess our shelter place that you're wanting to do first anyway, that would be more park your lawnmower under it.
yeah,
and stuff
absolutely.
like that.
Sawmill, stack your wood.
That stuff doesn't have to be completely.
No, it's just like we got out there. No,
It just has a roof.
yeah,
is
for
good.
sure. So I mean, I like the pole barn idea because we've already done it once. Me and your dad and
It also
friends did a
took
bunch of work.
longer than what I think we would want it to now.
That
That would be a con.
I didn't know. I didn't
It
know.
was over a year.
Well, that's the thing on the pole barn when we built that. You really can't compare that to what we're doing now.
It'd be smaller.
It'd be smaller, and I know a lot more than I did back then. That's what you got to look at. You
Well,
don't have in your head, oh, it's going to take way. No, don't even think about that. It's going to take.
We're doing pros and cons,
but it's going to be debt free. That's the thing.
Yeah.
We took out a loan, a mortgage on that pole barn. So if it takes longer,
we're working full time, and I was pregnant.
Yeah, I mean it's not even really comparable, honestly.
Yeah.
If I ask me that, but the pros to me, it's a structure. It's going to hold its value, just like a house. So if you ever did want to sell the property, you don't have something sitting on there like a trailer or a yurt or what was the other thing that we
when they actually come out and assess it, it's part of.
It's part of it.
Which I don't know. They assess with our little shed.
Yeah, that's a whole different story. But yeah, I mean, I personally like the pole barn. I did too because I've already done it once. I know how to do it. I know what I would do different. Like
Yeah.
OSB board, we put OSB board up in that thing.
Not good.
I would not do it again.
Horrible.
I wish.
Someone told it, like we had people recommend it. It was horrible.
Yeah, but it's a pain in the butt.
I don't know if it was just not done correctly. Immediately, stuff is like peeling off of it. So I don't know.
It's the moisture. No, it's not that it wasn't done correctly. It was done right. It's just it's a pain in the butt. I'm telling you.
He thought it because you thought about it. He had researched, and you can put anything like into it.
Yes, that's the main reason why we did it.
We have the seams, and then stuff's lifting off of it. Like as far as look wise.
See, whenever we did that, Brandy had in her mind that it's going to look like this house right here, and really, we both should have went at the mindset. It's not going to look like this. It's going to look like a shop.
I'm fine about looking like shop, but when the whole seam is coming out.
Well, we would have
That's
never
different
done.
than-
We would never done the mud and tape because you didn't want to see the seams. If you remember, like she did not want to see the seams, which that's fine.
So that's
but
what made it where it does that.
We went in there with the wrong mindset. Her expectation, your expectations were higher than it probably should have
Because
been.
we were going to live in it for like 5 years.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. We lived and learned. Yeah, that's one thing. That's one of the things if I wish I could have done and get back over it, I wouldn't have done that. That's what's funny. OSB board I paid $5 a sheet for that back then. The prices had jumped. Now it's $23 a sheet per 4x8. Yeah, it's crazy. But anyways, that's so. The cons of the pole barn, like you said, it's a permanent structure.
Which
I don't even know if that's a con.
bad.
Yeah, I don't
That
know.
could be good and bad.
Yeah, exactly. So I really don't know what the cons would be to that. It might take a little bit
Is it
longer.
more? Well, you said, have you told them on your other videos like how much it was?
I did complete
altogether?
breakdowns. It costs $42,000 to do the whole thing. It's,
So I would say if you've got a camper that's $35,000, which
material's cheaper back then too, but
yeah, but like a camper that's way smaller, that's $35,000.
we were talking longer than I expected. The battery went dead. You were talking about the price of the pole barn.
Oh, that even if the materials have went up, it would probably be to finish it all out cheaper than the camper for sure, like a brand new camper.
Yeah, because if we did do the pole barn, it'd be like a 30 by 30, like that shell over there.
Yeah.
Like we want to keep it small. So yeah, I mean.
So those are any size you want. There's not standard sizes.
Pole barns?
Yeah.
Like if you do it yourself, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can do absolutely anything. I mean, I don't know the cons of it. You might be able to, because it's not going to be forever. Even if you can make those your forever. I don't want to make this video real long, so I don't want to go. I see more pros than I do cons with the pole barn, honestly. So I mean, I don't know. We'll have to pick one. We'll have to make another video about that. So we'll get the. In today's video that I'm going to post later on Keeping It Dutch, I talk about the water getting drilled, the well getting drilled over on the off-grid property. So you guys go check it out. And also let me know if you liked. You've had the skillet I make before. You know,
Yeah.
I didn't put potatoes in it. People have been asking me for keto friendly.
Oh.
One, this is a keto friendly. Do you like the skillets I make?
Potatoes.
Potatoes aren't now. But you like that, what I make.
Yeah.
I usually put potatoes whenever I make it for them, and it's really awesome. So you guys can do that recipe of potatoes too. But other than that, nothing real exciting going on other than the fact, well, you have to watch today's video. You'll see what's going on. I don't want to ruin it because I'm posting this before the other one. And hopefully, we're getting the well drilled. You'll see soon. Hopefully, we'll see how that goes. But yeah, that's all I got for you. Got anything else?
Nope.
Nothing else. Like Hallie, did you try that steak? Did he ask you if you want some steak?
Nope.
Hallie, I literally have it on video. I said, "Do you want some bite?" And you said no. What's up, Brandy? Nope. But all right, that's all we got for you today. Hope you guys liked today's video of Dutch Eats. We've been getting a lot of great comments saying they like this format where we do a little cooking first and maybe talk.
Sorry, I'm tired.
Go to bed. It's like 9:30 and she usually goes to bed like midnight, so you can't be that tired.
But we drove back from the wedding, so I'm tired.
All right, we'll catch you on the next episode of Dutch Eats. Thanks for watching and subscribe.
Bye.